In today's video, I'm going to expose the biggest myths on becoming an animator, so stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Eon and welcome to my Start Animating YouTube channel. The channel that is specifically aimed at everyone that is new to animation, and if that is you, welcome, you are at the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click on that little notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a brand new video. And if you are an animator and you're looking for a good community to join, well, feel free to join the Animator Circle on my website. It is $7 a month, but it is set up in a way that you can actually benefit from it. You join groups that you want, so you are in a community of like-minded animators and you can learn from each other. And yeah, it is a great place for any animator to be. So if you are tired of trolls, the Animator Circle is the place to be. So check out the link in the description. Now, as I've mentioned today I am going to expose the 5 biggest myths when it comes to becoming an animator. Okay, and so the first one is you need an expensive degree. Okay, so just a quick disclaimer. Obviously, if you want to apply for a job at certain studios, they want you to have specific qualifications. Okay, so please don't say I'm dissing education or a degree completely. It really depends on what career you want to pursue in the animation industry. So, for example, I don't know what the qualifications are or the requirements are if you want to work at Disney or Pixar. Maybe they do want a degree, and then yes, obviously you need to go get yourself a degree. But the thing is, the animation landscape has changed so much that you can work for yourself. You can create your own animations. You can be a freelancer. You can create or start up your own animation studio. And that is my point. There are so many different ways for you to be a successful animator without getting a degree. Okay, and the other thing that I also want to mention is the affordability of online courses or training or one-on-one coaching that you can receive from industry professionals. You can learn so much faster at a much affordable rate than spending a lot of money going to university to learn animation. I've learned everything myself with online courses, with people that coach me. And yeah, so, and I'm not working at Disney or Pixar, but in my eyes, I see myself as a successful animator, and I will get into that just in a bit. So that's the first myth, is that you need to go and get yourself an expensive degree and spend years studying. There are so many alternatives, and you don't just need a degree. And if I can add something on top of this, the most important thing when it comes to animation is not your degree. It is your portfolio. It is your talent. Okay? How many people do you know? And if you know of someone, hit that like button just to show that you agree with me. But how many people do you know that are industry professionals who has done and they got their degree, but they're still just terrible at the job? I've just watched this morning of a video on YouTube of people complaining about a psychiatrist who just messed up their careers. This is a qualified professional. He has spent his time to get his degree in psychology, and still he is messing up. He is ruining people's lives. So just because you have an animation degree doesn't mean now all the doors will open. You still have to have a good portfolio. You will still have to be talented. So I always say that you can have the degree, but if your portfolio is terrible, you won't get that job. But if you don't have a degree, but you have an excellent portfolio and they can see that you are really talented in what you do, your chances of getting the job is a lot higher. Okay, so rather focus on improving your skills and growing your talent and growing your portfolio than just focus on getting a degree and think that will solve everything. That is the key to success in the animation industry. So that's just my take on it. I think a lot of industry professionals might disagree with me, but that's just my point. I think we live in a different era when it comes to animation, where you can start up your own animation studio, you can create your own films, and you can really work for yourself. You can be a freelancer. You're not dependent like in the early days that the only way that you can become an animator is by working at Disney or Warner Brothers or Hanna-Barbera or Nickelodeon or those days are gone. You can actually create work for yourself. Okay, so that is the first myth. The second myth is you must be a well-drawing expert to animate well. And that is a misperception also still today, that I can't draw, so I can't become an animator. And believe me, I've spoken to a lot of people that they, especially I'm in the Christian industry with my streaming platform, and so a lot of churches come to me and say, can't I just create animations for them that they can use for their Sunday schools? And I say, well, there's no need for me to do it. I can teach you how to do it, and you can create your own animations without spending a cent paying me to do it. I know I'm losing money on it, and that is just a perception they have, that, but they can't do it. They can't draw. They don't know. So it is a mindset for a lot of people that think, I can't draw, so I can't become an animator. Now, in the old days, when animations were hand-drawn, obviously you had to be a good artist to be able to become an animator. But with software today, you hardly draw. You kind of create your characters and your background scenes once off, and then you reuse them. They are rigged, so and this is things that you can outsource. You can go to Fiverr and you can pay people to create the characters and the backgrounds for you, and then you can animate. So there's no need for you to be able to be a good artist. In fact, one of my students is a lady, I think she's retired. Deborah, please excuse me for mentioning you here, but I think she's retired. She's in her 60s, and she's animating, and she didn't draw. She's creating her own animations because it's a passion of hers. It's actually linking to one of her passions, and she wanted to learn animation. And she's animating, and what she did is she just outsourced the character design and rigging and the backgrounds on Fiverr. She got great characters, great looking characters, great looking backgrounds, and now she's animating. And so the perception of that you have to be able to draw to become an animator is a myth. You can still animate. There's marketplaces where you can purchase backgrounds. Like, for example, I use Creative Market. I'll put a link in the description if you want good looking backgrounds for your animations. There are other websites for 3D, like Daz 3D or Daz Studio, where you can purchase 3D assets, characters and backgrounds. So you can still animate without, even if you can't draw. So the third myth is the only big studios are the only path to success. And if I can just show you some evidence that that is false, here is a screenshot of, I've got my own streaming platform, and all those characters that you see there are characters of shows that I am working on, and I am doing animation as my income. And I enjoy it. I create stories and I put it on my platform, and people or families are paying a monthly subscription to have access to everything. So I have made myself a career in animation without going the big studio route. I don't want to work at Pixar or Disney. I think I would love to go and talk to the animators and see their setup and how they work and learn from them. Yes, I would love to do that. But I don't have that passion to have deadlines and being put under pressure on this is what we want. I create my own stories. I tell my own stories. I can do it on my own time. I'm free. That is the most important thing. And yes, I've created a streaming platform, but there's so many other ways that you can also make a living from your animation. You can be a freelance animator. You can create your own animation studio. You can do animation. You can create an account on platforms like Fiverr, and you can just do animation for other people. There are so many different avenues of revenue that you can get from animation. Gone are the days that the only way that you can become an animator is to work at a large studio. You can actually work for yourself and create your own income, work on your own terms, and you are kind of free. And that is what I do. So that for me is just such an awesome feeling. The fourth myth is you need expensive software to make professional animations. Now, that is a big myth as well. Yes, in some cases, especially when it comes to 3D animation, it does become expensive if you want graphics cards that can handle your animation. But again, I use a cloud PC. I'll put a link in the description. The cloud PC that I use is VAGON. And so that means, first of all, it's a cloud. So all my work is is on the cloud. So if my computer crash or my laptop is stolen, I can just get a new laptop, log in, and I can continue working. So my work is safe, and I don't have to spend so much money in getting the latest graphics card or a massive PC that can handle everything. So there are tools that are available to us that's very affordable, that can make animation affordable. Look at Blender. Blender, you can create amazing looking animations with Blender, and it's free. You don't even have to pay for it. So even though there are softwares that are out of our budget, that are expensive, it is still, in comparison to if you look in the past, it's still so affordable. But you don't have to go to those expensive softwares. You can start off with Blender, which is free. There are 2D animation softwares like Krita. It's a drawing software, but it is free, and you can still create animations with that as well. So there are finances shouldn't hold you back. Expensive software, that is a big myth, that there are free software available. And if you want a list of free software, I'll also put a link in the description. It's just a list of free software that's available, and you can maybe check that out. In this list is actually a list of all the softwares available. So it's not just free software, it's all the softwares, 2D animation, 3D animation, plus other softwares as well, like script writing software, storyboarding software. So if you want that list, in the description I'll put that link there as well. Just click there and I will send it to you, and it will give you links so that you can check out all the software, the prices, etc. But there are free softwares available in that list as well if you are looking for that. So that is the fourth myth, that you need expensive software to become a professional animator. And then the final one is you have to be naturally talented to succeed. Now, for me, animation is a skill more than a talent. Drawing is a talent. Animation is a skill. That's just how I see it. And the reason I say this is because animation, there are principles that you can just apply to make your animation better. And you can practice and you can get better at it as well. So, for example, posing, blocking, timing, these aren't talent. These are skills. If you are really good at posing a character, that really helps you. If you're really good at timing and get the timing right, that will also help you. And then you get to the 12 principles of animation that you can apply. Slow in, slow out, arcs, squash and stretch, anticipation, all these things. If you apply it, your animations become better. So for me, it is not about you need to be a talented animator. I think you need to be a skilled animator, and skills can be learned. Another thing that you can focus on is the attention to detail. A skilled animator will make his animations look a lot more realistic because he's focusing on the smaller details, maybe facial expressions, more finger movement. When he talks, maybe tapping his finger on the table, small minor details. And that is a skill. I don't see it as a talent. I see it as a skill that you can develop over time. And those are the 5 myths that I believe really block a lot of new animators who want to become, or who want to start their journey as an animator, and they just feel, they're never going to get there because of these 5 things. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. This next coming Friday, Friday the 14th, so on Valentine's Day, I am actually hosting a free webinar on your animation dream, how to make it a reality. Like, for example, I showed you earlier, I've created my own streaming platform, and so the purpose of this webinar is to basically create a roadmap for you to reach your dream when it comes to animation. So for example, if you want your own streaming platform, this will help you pave out a way for you to reach that dream. If your goal or your dream is to work for Pixar, then this webinar is basically designed to help you achieve your animation dreams. So your animation dream, how to make it a reality, next week, Friday, the 14th of February, is the live webinar. And you can just in the description, there's a link, click there, register. Like I say, it is absolutely free. It will be between 45 to 50 minutes long, and we'll have a Q&A at the end as well. So feel free, you are more than welcome. If you want to make your animation dream a reality and you want some steps that you can implement to reach that goal, this webinar is for you. So I hope to see you there. So guys, that is it for me. I will see you guys next week with another video. So God bless and happy animating.